Welcome! Today we will learn together about the history of Australia. And this history is very long and also very interesting. Because many different people have lived on this land for thousands and thousands of years, and each group has added their own stories, traditions, and culture. The very first people who lived in Australians and historians and scientists believe that they have lived here for more than 65,000 years, which makes their culture one of the oldest continuous cultures in the whole world. And they are also known as the traditional owners of the land because their connection to the land, to the rivers, to the sea, and to the animals has always been very deep and very important. In the 1600s, European explorers began to arrive in Australia. The very first European who came was Willem Janszoon in the year 1606, and he came from the Netherlands. Later, in 1770, Captain James Cook arrived, and he carefully explored the eastern coast of Australia, and he claimed the land for Great Britain. And this journey became one of the most important moments in Australian history because it changed the future of the land forever. In 1788, the first fleet arrived in Australia from England, and on the ships there were many prisoners who were sent from England to live here, and they settled in a place that became Sydney. This marked the beginning of the British colony. Life in the new colony was not easy because the settlers had to build houses, grow food, and find new ways to survive. Many people faced great difficulties, but slowly, through hard work, they began to build their new lives. In the 1850s, something very important happened, and this was the gold rush. People from many different countries came to Australia because they hoped to find gold and to change their lives. The gold rush brought many changes because the population grew quickly, and the culture of the country became more mixed, with people arriving from faraway places. In 1901, Australia became a federation, which meant that the states joined together to form one united nation. And this was celebrated as a very important step in Australian history because the people now shared one national identity under the name of Australia. Australia also played a role in world events. During World War I and World War II, many Australians served bravely in the army, fought for their country and for freedom, and the wars had a very strong effect on Australian society, changing families, communities, and the nation's future. After World War II, Australia welcomed many new people who came from both Europe and Asia. This migration made Australia into a multicultural country, and the different cultures, foods, languages, and traditions added a new richness to the life of the nation. In the 1960s, Indigenous Australians began to fight strongly for their rights because they wanted recognition, equality, and justice. Many people supported this movement, and it grew with time. In the 1990s, Australia began reconciliation efforts. And this meant people were working together to heal the relationships between Indigenous and non-Indigenous Australians. And this important work continues even today. Now Australia is known as a modern and diverse country with a strong economy, rich traditions, and people from many backgrounds living together. Australians are also famous for their love of sports, and games like cricket and swimming are very popular, with many athletes becoming champions on the world stage. Sports are not only entertainment, but also an important part of the national life and culture. Australians also care a lot about the environment. And the country has many national parks and protected areas where people work to look after the land, the rivers, the forests, and the animals. Nature is an important part of Australia's identity. Australia has many cities, and each city has its own history, its own culture, and its own attractions. Sydney is the largest city, and it is very famous for the Sydney Opera House and the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Tourists from all over the world visit Sydney, and they also enjoy the beautiful beaches, like Bondi Beach, where people love swimming and surfing. The Sydney Opera House, which opened in 1973, is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Melbourne is another major city, and it is often called the cultural capital of Australia because it is full of art, music, and food. The city has many galleries and theaters, and it is also famous for its coffee culture and excellent restaurants. People enjoy walking in Melbourne's parks, gardens, and along the Yarra River. Brisbane is the capital of Queensland, and it is known for its warm and sunny climate. It is close to the Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast, which are popular places for vacations. The Brisbane River flows through the city, and people enjoy boat rides and relaxing in the city's parks. Perth, the capital of Western Australia, is located on the southwest coast, and it is known for its beaches, such as Cottesloe Beach. Perth also has Kings Park, which is one of the largest inner-city parks in the world and gives beautiful views of the city. Adelaide is the capital of South Australia, and it is famous for its festivals, its food, and its wine regions. The Central Market is a popular place where people buy fresh produce. And nearby is the Barossa Valley, one of the world's great wine regions. Hobart is the capital of Tasmania, and it is a smaller city, but it has a very rich history and beautiful surroundings. The city is located near Mount Wellington, and it is also known for the Salamanca Market, where visitors can find local crafts and fresh food. Hobart is the second oldest capital city in Australia, after Sydney. Canberra is the capital city of the whole country of Australia, and it was built especially to be the capital. Canberra has many important national buildings, such as the Parliament House and the Australian War Memorial. It is also full of parks and gardens. The city was chosen as the capital in 1908 to solve the rivalry between Sydney and Melbourne. Darwin is the capital of the Northern Territory, and it has a tropical climate. It is close to Kakadu National Park, which is one of the most famous parks in Australia, with amazing wildlife and natural beauty. Darwin is also the closest Australian city to Asia, and it is known for its cultural diversity and beautiful sunsets over the Timor Sea. The Gold Coast is another very famous place, especially known for its long golden beaches, tall buildings, theme parks, and lively nightlife. It is a popular holiday destination where people enjoy surfing, swimming, and the sunny lifestyle. The history of Australia is very rich and very diverse, and it is full of stories of the first peoples, of explorers, of settlers, of migrants, of wars, and of communities coming together. Today, Australia continues to grow as a multicultural and modern nation, proud of its history and proud of its future. Thank you for joining me to learn about the history of Australia. If you enjoyed this story, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends, because sharing stories is a way to keep history alive.